The IBCC and Me by Ken Moore. A lot of people tend to think it's a rest home for RAF folk, but this couldn't be much further from the truth, because we have people from all different strokes. Men and women of all different lives, some to help out or with stories to be told, but we all are united in the ultimate aim to remember they shall not grow old. But saying that, I am an ex-RAF, a navigator, 34 years or so, and at the age of 55 they said thanks and goodbye, leave your watch and your ID as you go. Now I thought I could spend much more time at home, but my wife, she had different ideas. She said, my life's complete, you'll be under me feet, you can find somewhere else to go and volunteer. So I started to guide at Lincoln Castle, became an open top tour bus guide. Lincoln Cathedral made 3, I was a busy little bee, my wife was happy, I was never inside. And when the IBCC project had got underway, as a guide there I then did apply. I followed several people around on their tours. After a few weeks I was qualified. Now it's not all about learning figures and facts. If you can remember some, well that is a bonus. It's about getting across the history and aims of the people who served, that's the onus. Now there is no set script, there's some handouts and bits, you'll learn the flow of the tour from the others. And then you can add your own salient points of lost sons, comrades in arms and brothers. Now there are lighter moments to lift up the mood. We all stop and talk of Antis the dog, of how he would warn of an approaching air raid, of how he had 31 missions in his log. Now the spire and the names are the ultimate aims of the oldest and youngest remembered, and we also point out how not only men are inscribed, because the price of war knows no gender. 58,000 paid the ultimate price, and for each one a mother shed a tear. And as General Plumer said when they built the Menin Gate, he's not missing, he's here. Now this is where it's different for me. See, I tour guide most every day, and I stand in front of them all and they listen enthralled, and at the end they just all walk away. But at the Spire it is slightly different, and I'm sure with tour guides this rings a bell. You'll spot an old lady with a photo in her hand, and she's got a story to tell. You'll listen and then you'll offer to them to look them up in the database, and then you can show all the information we know, and you should see the look on their face. I've shown them locations where loved ones have fell and the airfields from which they've departed. I showed a chap, the German pilot, who shot down his dad, and that left the bloke broken-hearted. Now I explain to people that guiding at the site, for me, I find it two-way. I listen and then I learn from them, and believe me, I learn every day. So if you're feeling bored and you want a reward, why not volunteer at the IBCC? For we all pull together, whatever the weather, and who knows, you could be on with me. Thank you.